Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the second day of RISE's Edutainment Showcase, and I'm here with Elle. Elle, how are you doing?
I am well. How are you, Sean?
I'm doing great. It's been a long weekend, but I'm here.
Mm.
I'm here. So, first question I want to ask you is how humbling has the experience been, starting at RISE and even branched out doing your own things, but still having that connection to the RISE community?
It's honestly a big full circle moment, and I'm very humbled and grateful for this opportunity for the reasons that you just mentioned. I started out as an audience member, and when I started coming to Rise, I didn't even really know why I was coming. Randall always says that when you feel lost, to lose yourself in the service of others to be able to find yourself, something like that. I probably butchered that, but just saying that it really rang true in my life that I remember feeling extremely lost at that time because I had just dropped out of school because I couldn't afford to continue going. And I was finally going for what I wanted to do with all this time, which was media and communications. I wanted to be a host. I wanted to teach people how to, like, I wanted to, what you call it? Be a documentary filmmaker.
Oh,
Like
wow.
I wanted to get into the media. That's what I really wanted to do. And after 6 months, I couldn't afford to do it on my own. It wasn't what my parents sent me to school to do. So I was trying to self-fund it and running into the RISE community, literally ran into them by accident or on purpose. The universe would have it. And so being here 12 years later in the position where I'm getting to tell people how they can do this too, I'm extremely grateful. I couldn't have dreamed this, honestly.
Wow, that's amazing. There's some things I kind of learned from you. The documentary that you wanted to get into
Yes,
that?
yes. Still want to do that. And today I got the opportunity to say my idea in my collaborative strategy funding workshop. I use that as my case study to everybody that, this is the one idea that I really want to get funded that I still haven't put all my energy behind just
Right.
yet. And so I use myself as an example to everyone else that your barriers can be your building blocks. Like all this time, I'm still thinking, oh, I never went to school for this. Still, I'm thinking that. Like I'm still thinking that in my head. I'm like, I dropped out. Well, who's gonna want to listen to me?
Right.
But I've recognized through Rise, through this community, getting to meet people like you as well, that you can use your voice and you can like make a difference in your community, even for the things that you didn't go to school for it.
I love that. I love that. So, kind of touching more on your workshop, you mentioned some of the things that you like kind of said right there. But what are some like other touch points that you just covered? Because we're kind of recording this right after your workshop. So, what were some other things that you did talk about?
So today I talked about using your barriers as building blocks. Because oftentimes we are told a lot of no's, we don't have a lot of self confidence, we are suffering from imposter syndrome, we are wondering who do we think we are having the audacity to have these dreams. And so I really wanted to dispel that myth and start out with really helping people to have a mindset shift right away, understanding that all the things that you could list that are your barriers and the things that you believe are the reasons why you shouldn't be doing this are actually the reasons why you should, and helping people to reframe that by using different activities that help you to reframe your thinking.
Right. I think that's super important. Like I was kind of popping in and out, listening to your conversation, and you facilitate. There's a couple of gems I picked up for myself. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna take that in consideration for sure. Yeah. So another question I have here is, what was the biggest piece of knowledge that you received that even now you actually try to pass down to other individuals?
So definitely the one that I mentioned, that when you, in order to find yourself, you must lose yourself in the service of others. That was something that I learned from Randall, who got that from Mother Teresa, and something that I often continue to say. Another thing that I learned is, in order to go far, it's better to go together. You can go fast on your own, but going far is a job better done with a group of people. And honestly, being a part of the Rise community, I can say that that's exactly what happened to me. I would say I was going far on my own. Like I was able to get myself to a certain point, meet people that would even invite me to Rise. At the same time, I was remaining stagnant because I wasn't so interested in working with other people. I felt scared of past experiences that people would take my ideas and run away with them, or they wouldn't give me credit. or that, you know, my self doubt was going to get in the way of us working together at the end
Right.
of the day because, I would self sabotage
Mhm.
myself, or working with other people who were self sabotaging themselves and then thereby sabotaging me.
Mhm.
So I've really learned how to work with people in a group. I'm still learning. Collaboration is key. Like,
Yes.
honestly, that is what has gotten me here. Yes,
Yeah, remember that, guys. Collaboration
yes,
is
it is.
key.
It is.
Okay, so with spaces like Rise, like what do you try to do? Like just telling someone who's probably never heard of Rise, it's for the first time. What do you try to tell them and how they can tap into the Rise community?
So the very first thing I would say is come out to one of our open mics. That's what I did. I went out to an open mic. We used to run them every Monday. Now they're once a month. But they're once a month because we're also doing a number of other programs and events. So if you can't make it out to an open mic, I would say to come out to one of our events. We're always having events in different communities. And then, yeah, stay up with us on our Instagram. Like, our social media is popping. That's where we
Mm,
throw everything up, and we have now broadcast groups, we have WhatsApp groups, things to keep the community informed. So joining one of those will help you to tap in with something that we're doing, and you might just find yourself